Now that teleport pads and launch pads are gone from the garden, I'm here to show you how to build the updated All Crop Megafarm. This is the most efficient megafarm to date, including all of the most efficient farms. We have no time to waste, let's get started. Before we actually begin, I'm going to showcase how you're supposed to farm every crop in this megafarm. For the water crops right here and the nether wart, this is pretty simple. You want to get on the first trapdoor right here of your chosen crop. You want to get up close to your crop of choice, and after this you're just supposed to farm like this. And once you reach the end of your crop, you're just going to fall down onto the next layer, and then you can continue farming. This repeats all the way to the bottom of the farm, and after you reach the bottom, you're just gonna have to type in chat /warp garden, and that command will bring you right back to your spawn point. Now for the sugarcane, this is pretty straightforward. It's a simple S shape. You want to set your spawn right here. This also works, and then you just want to go like this and farm. And once you reach the end of the layer, you're gonna get pushed onto the other one, and then you can resume farming. You just have to change keys. And this goes all the way to the end, where you're gonna have to do /warp garden to get back over there to the start of the farm. And now for the cocoa bean farm, you're supposed to start from here. You're gonna have to set your spawn on this block right here, and after this you can keep farming cocoa beans all the way to the end. And then once you reach the end, you're gonna stop right here, switch to the other row by using A or another key, and then just go back. And then once you reach the end, you're gonna get pushed onto the second row, and then you can just keep walking in front and repeat this process. Of course, once you reach the end of the farm, you're gonna have to do /warp garden to be teleported back at the start. But yeah, this is necessary for the farms now. For the cactus farm, of course, you're gonna start from this side right here. You just want to center yourself as much as you can on this block right here. After this, point at the door, and then you press A until you reach the end. And at the end of the row right here, we're gonna push up against those slabs. We're gonna walk in front of the door, push against it, and then we could just keep farming cactus. This loop, of course, repeats all the way to the end of the farm, which is around that side where you have to type /warp garden, and you'll be brought back at the start. Now for the melon and pumpkin farms, these are free block farms, so you're gonna be farming free melons and pumpkins at a time. To get started, you just want to go to the start right here, set your spawn on these blocks, your choice on whatever crop you want to farm, and then just angle yourself like this, and then once you reach the end, you're gonna get pushed up against those slabs, and then you just have to walk up and then continue farming. The farming technique I just showcased also works for the pumpkin farm, which is down below the melon one. And of course, once you reach the end of the farm, you're gonna have to do /warp garden for both crops, but yeah, this is just standard. And now for the mushroom farm, this is pretty easy as well. You're gonna set your spawn right here on the edge. You want to angle yourself just like this. You don't want to break the last row because the mushrooms will grow back from the last row, so you just want to go like this. And then once you reach the end, you're just gonna get pushed over here. Of course, this farm design just loops around all the way to the end, and as you can see, right here you just have to do /warp garden. The only requirement for this farm is garden level 12. If you already have this, then you're good to go. If you're still at the garden level lower than 12, you can still build a farm, but it won't be infinite. Let's talk about the plot setup for this farm, which is pretty simple, and you have two ways of building it, full or split. The full farm build is just a normal farm, built in 2 rows that are 5 plots wide. Any of these combinations of rows work, but you have to buy them and clean them out to bedrock first. This is the most expensive setup plot-wise, as you need to spend millions of coins unlocking some of the corner plots. After that, you have the cheaper method, which is building the split farm in 2 rows of separated plots. This works better as you won't need any corner plots, but you still need to buy 2 separated rows of plots, plus the plots in between them, and you're restricted to only buying these 2 specific rows, because I tested them out and I know for sure they will fit in there. You're free to try other rows, I'll just use what I know works. I suggest you only get these 2, and then you must get the other plots in the middle of the rows and the brown plot as well, and clean them out down to bedrock. This would be the cheapest way, as the whole farm is split in 2 rows, and you'll have the different crops on both sides. This only fits if you clean out the barn plot for the extra space, and you have to do it before you get to building. And now, let me show you how you can get a hologram for the farm, so you can build it on your garden. We're going to use the Litematica mod, just like the last megafarm tutorial I did. Please keep in mind that Litematica is totally different from Schematica, and Litematica is safe to use on Hypixel, as it has no printer feature, which can get you banned. If you're watching this, and you already have Litematica ready to go for my last megafarm guide, skip to the next chapter of the video. Keep in mind that you will need the official Minecraft launcher in order to install this. Please download it from Minecraft.net or from the Microsoft Store. You'll first need to download 4 things, all of which you'll have the link in the description for. First is the Fabric installer. This is just a mod loader like Forge. After that, you'll need the Fabric API. Click on the download button to the left side of the page to download the mod. Then you'll need the actual Litematica mod. For this website, you want to click on the arrow next to the install button and click download. That's gonna give us the mod directly. And for the last thing, we need to download Melilib. This is needed for Litematica to work. Repeat the same download steps as for the Litematica mod. After you gathered all of your downloads on the desktop, I want you to click on the Fabric installer. You don't need to change any of the settings in this menu. Just click on the install button and wait for it to finish. After that, open up the Minecraft launcher. You should have a Fabric profile created automatically, but we don't want to use it as it will reset your other profile settings if you use the Minecraft launcher, meaning you'll lose the configurations if you play Forge 1.8.9 with mods. To fix this, click on Installations, delete the profile created by Fabric. After that, click on New Installation, name it however you like, select the Fabric installation for the version, and click on the Browse button for the game directory. You'll have to pick a spot for you to install this. Just choose anything besides your .minecraft folder. After all of this, go back to the Play section, select your new profile, and click Play. This will make you a new Minecraft install in your chosen folder, and after the game starts up, close it. We will still have to place the mods and the schematics in the installation directory. To do this, go to the folder that you chose for the installation earlier. If you somehow forgot it, go to the Installations tab in the Minecraft launcher, and then click on the folder icon next to the Fabric profile. Now, just take your free mod files, Litematica, Forge API, and Melilib, copy them in the mods folder, and then create a folder named schematics in the installation directory. This is where you'll put the Litematic files for the Megafarm. Keep this folder open. I'll explain all of the files in the description and which ones you'll need to pick. If you want to build the split farm, meaning that you want to have the farm in 2 rows that are not next to each other, this includes the left side and right side full and 1 plot ones. If you want to build this farm fully, meaning on 2 rows next to each other, then download the NoTP Megafarm full and the NoTP Megafarm mid section. Get the schematics folder open in your Fabric install and drag your picked files in there. And now I'm going to show you how you're supposed to load the schematics on your garden. So you want to press M on your keyboard. This is going to bring up the Litematica menu. Then you want to click on load schematics, and then you'll see the schematics that you chose for the farm. If you place them in the schematics folder at the previous chapter in the video, then you should see them here. You want to choose the one plot or the midsection of the farm. It depends on if you chose the split farm or the full farm, but if you chose the split farm, then choose the one plot on the left side of the barn, because we're on the left side right now. So for the split farm, you want to build the farms depending on the side that you're on the barn currently. So I'm facing the face of the barn right now. The left side should be right here for me, and then the right side should be on that side over there. So now I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna find the corner of the plot. So this is Megafarm left free. This is the middle plot, and I want to just look around while looking at my scoreboard. The scoreboard is the thing on the right, and we're gonna try to find the corner of the plot right here. So as you can see, yeah, this is the corner right here. You can see that it switches back to the garden, which is the barn plot over there if I walk into it. And now I just want to go a bit back until I reach the other plot. There we go. I changed to Megafarm left 2. I'm gonna go back a bit so I can reach the left free plot. Alright, and now I actually have the corner of my plot. This is the corner of the Megafarm left free, but we don't want to paste our schematic here because we still have the edge of the barn that we want to build on. So we just want to walk up here until we can align ourselves with the edge. I'm going to set my spawn over here. As you can see, I just set it. And now I'm going to press M on the keyboard. I'm going to click on load schematics. I'm going to select the left side one plot and I'm going to load it. And as you can see, it loaded it, but it didn't place it correctly. This is fine. There's no issue with this. So we can rotate the schematic so it faces that way. There's only one thing that we need to do. We're going to click M on our keyboard. After this, we're going to go to schematic placements. You're going to see this unnamed schematic. As you can see, it also shows the file. If you don't know the name of the current schematics and you have multiple schematics loaded, just hover over the name and it's going to show you the file. And if the file still has its original name, then you'll find out which one it is. Click on configure, and then you want to click on rotation. So we want to rotate it 2 times, or actually just 1. Boom. And there we go. We have our one plot of the farm on the edge. So we can just build this on one plot right here, and then we can paste it all over the 5 plots in a row. And you just have to do the same thing over that edge. You have to place the one plot schematic, build one plot of this farm, after this paste it all over the 5 plots. But remember, we're not done. You still have to place the full schematic as an overlay so you can do the edges. So this is how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to align yourself. I don't have Optifine because I'm on a newer version, but I'll just try to guesstimate it. Now we're gonna click on M again, load schematics, select the left side full, load the schematic. The schematic is gonna get loaded on the wrong place, but that's no worry. We're gonna click M, and then we're gonna click schematic placements. If we don't know which one is which, we can hover over and it will show the file name. So this is not Megafarm split left side full. This is the one we want to configure, and then we want to rotate it. And now we just have our full farm over here. This schematic is here so it can help you to do the edges over here, because the middle plot will not have the special ends to the farm, so you can switch rows and all of this other stuff. So once you paste the 5 plots, you just have to go around here, see what blocks are highlighted with red, because the blocks highlighted with red are going to be different from the actual schematic, and then you just want to break them and place the different blocks over here. And this is how you can do all of the farm with like no hassle. And then you just want to repeat the same thing for the right side of the farm if you're doing split. But if you just want to build the big farm, then you're going to have to load schematics, midsection, load schematic. We're going to rotate it 2 times, so we're going to go to schematic placements, we're going to look at the name. This is midsection, okay, configure, we're going to rotate it 2 times. And then as you can see, you have for the full farm, the 2 plots connected to each other. Of course, this is the setup if you want to build the farm in just 2 rows of 5 plots that are next to each other. But as I don't have space on this side, as you can see, it goes into this other uncleaned plot. So yeah, it looks pretty weird, but for you, if you want to build this, it would fit for you. And then you just have to do the same thing with the full mega farm schematic. You want to go, load it, load the full schematic, overlay on top of this, and then you're gonna see the edges, you can change them, and you will have the full farm. This is basically how you can build it. When you actually get to building this and you set up the schematic placements just right, I want you to know a quick trick that is gonna save you a lot of time when building this. You want to hold M and page up at the same time. This will enable a different mode of layering on the schematic. You just have to click M and page up at the same time until you quickly see all below. As you can see, I just set it to that. And now we're just going to click page up and page down on our keyboard until we reach the Y equals around 60. And then we're going to just keep clicking page up because the Y is going to be set to 0. Keep clicking page up like 60 times until you reach Y60, and as you can see, it just loaded the first layer. So this is how you can just load the first layer of a farm. Keep clicking page up, and as you can see, the second layer loaded. I press page up once again, the third layer loaded, and this feature works for every layer that is currently loaded in. And this feature works for every Litematic that is currently loaded in your garden. So if you just want to build 1 layer at a time, so it would be easier for you, then just do this. You can click page up, page down. As you can see, I'm just moving up layers. I can also move them down. So page up, page down, down, down. Yeah, it works. It's a bit laggy, I know, because the schematics are so big, but this should help you tremendously when you want to build it. All the updated speeds and angles for this farm will be down in the pinned comment. Hypixel can change 1 tiny bit of code, and the speeds will be completely useless. So to keep them updated, I will always edit the pinned comment if anything happens. Just please go down below and check out the speeds and angles from there. That's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you're interested, I suggest you also watch this video. It's a full guide on how to get max farming fortune. You should definitely check this out after you build this farm. Thank you for watching and have a great rest of your day.